G'day guys, how we going? Today we have got Joker Harley, the new series from DC Black Label. I'm going to tell you whether I think this is worth reading or not. So, stick around to the end of the video. I also am going to do a quick little review on DCeased Unkillables and tell you whether that's worth picking up or not. So, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get this video started. Alright guys, now today we have got Joker Harley Criminal Sanity. We've got the first 3 issues to brush over from DC Black Label. And if you've just watched Birds of Prey or you've just watched the new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix and you feel like getting into the comics and you look at these are not the traditional sort of Joker Harley characters. You have got Harley, who is a consultant profiler for the Gotham Police Department, and Joker is a serial killer. And you sort of think, well, isn't he kind of one of those already? Well, not like this, I don't think anyway. And not knowing a lot of, I don't know a lot about Joker to sort of compare his character to this role, but I do believe it is a lot different to what you normally see. But it starts off, number 1 starts off with the Gotham Police Department have too many cold cases, and Harley's being told that anything that's a cold case and hasn't had any new leads, no progress in X amount of years, they just want to put on the shelf and not look at it again, and that's it, because they've got too many and they believe they're wasting too many man resources to get nowhere, essentially. So Harley sort of gets a little upset and she has a flashback. Now, I think and you'll pick this up upon reading it, but the current day is in black and white, and then you'll have the flashbacks which are in color. So that's basically, so you start getting a lot of flashbacks here. Well, not a lot of flashbacks necessarily in this issue, but yeah, it starts off and it shows why she wants to be involved in this case. She basically comes home from work, and this happens all in the first few pages, so I don't feel like I'm letting any big spoiler out of the bag by telling you this. So she comes home from work and she finds her partner, Edie. I think it's Edie, and she's found murdered in the bathtub, which they pin to the Joker. And that, I think, was 5 years ago that happened, and nothing's really happened since. The Joker has murdered a few people and then went sort of dormant for the next 5 years. So this book lays sort of the baseline for the story. It shows why Harley is involved, why she wants to bring this guy down, and it shows a bit more about this is mainly about Harley, this issue. So you go to see that she is a lecturer at Gotham University. She's a consultant police profiler for Gotham Police Department. So yeah, and then she gets a bit heated with some of the other detectives, whether they feel threatened by her or not, whether because she's smart or whether because she's a female. I don't really know. It's a typical get out of my way sort of police clashes that you get. And then it just ends with they found another crime scene, and you don't see the crime scene. So that's basically what happens in number. So number two starts off with the crime scene that it ended with in the first issue. And in this issue, you start seeing Joker in this issue. And you don't see Joker in the first issue. So basically what you get in number 2 is you're getting a lot more of what's, the background of the characters, And just, you know, more progression on that, and you start seeing a lot more dark things in characters' past here, which DC Black Label is the more, you know, darker thing here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It just more character development on the background of the characters, and it ends with Joker confronting his next victim. And I think by the time you've seen him, you know, come out and, you know, confront this person, that you know what's going to happen. And then we go into issue number 3, and I love that cover art on number 3. And that, but basically, you know, the victim is a victim now. So yeah, it just you get more character development in this. You know, they've got to try and you know, sort of find out where this person is, and it starts at this point. It starts feeling a lot like, and I don't watch these shows, but it starts sort of feeling like a CSI type show now, but a lot darker, obviously. And it's, yeah, you get a lot more sort of character background here. The Gotham Police Department and Harley are, you know, she's put together a case profile, and by the end of this, they're basically ready to go after Joker. They're, you know, they don't know who he is. Harley's starting to get a good idea of who he is, and I'm really excited to see what happens in the 4th issue. When it's coming out, I'm not too sure, but also to mention on these, they're not a monthly issue. I don't know if they're a bi-monthly or quarterly or what, but yeah, they're definitely not monthly. So I do suggest, if you're thinking about getting in to Joker Harley, that you go and pick these up. These go for around $12 Australian. The only complaint I do have is they didn't take me a lot of time to read. I think I sat down and read all 3 of these in about an hour, so it's about 20 minutes an issue. As you can see, they're a little wider. There is like an inch and a half extra on there. So I did sort of expect to be a bit more dialogue in these books than what there are, but I think the story sort of holds itself together enough for you to enjoy these shorter reads. But whether they get bigger, I don't know. But I'm excited to see what happens in these books for sure. I think it's going to be a great series. I believe it's a 9-part series. Whether they decide to go more or less, I don't think they'll go less. I don't think the book's going to do that badly that they're going to do fewer issues. But I don't know, I might pick up steam, because I believe the Batman Who Laughs was meant to be a 6-part series, I believe, and that ended up being a 7-part. So maybe something like that might happen. We might getting an extra book out of this maybe, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, highly recommend you go out and pick up Joker Harley. If you're thinking about it, definitely go up and pick it. If you go into a comic store or you're browsing online and you come across it, you sort of, you know, you don't know whether to get it or not, get it. I think that I got these all from my local comic store. They should be still relatively easy to get. If not, you can get them online pretty easily. So yeah. All right, so that does it for Joker Harley. Now let me just quickly run over DC's DCeased Unkillables. Now this is a apocalyptic zombie novel with superheroes and supervillains. It's basically The Walking Dead with, you know, superheroes and supervillains. So if you like that sort of thing, yeah, I suggest you go and pick it up too. But there is this is a prequel to DCeased. So DCeased I think was a 7-part issue, the first series, and DCeased Unkillables is the second, or volume 2, you can say. And this is a 3-part series. So this is the first of 3-part series. So how I take this, you find out there's a lot of people dead, there's people still alive, I picked this book up to see if I liked it, to see if I wanted to go back and spend the $50 or whatever it was for the trade back or graphic novel of the first volume. So in that way, if I don't like it, I've wasted, $9 instead of $50 to start from the beginning. So if you can get in that mindset like me, I'd suggest picking this up as well. So basically, there's two main characters so far. It goes along Deathstroke. It starts off with Deathstroke, and it shows here's one side of the story, and then you got Jason Todd, which is, I don't know if he's the Red Hood or he's Robin or what, but it goes from Deathstroke to Jason Todd, and you get those two stories sort of interlope, and will they cross over towards the end? Will they meet up at the end? I don't know. But one thing that is a little weird that I didn't quite get at the start, they turn into a zombie by scratch bites and this thing called the anti-life equation. So like if you get a message on your phone and you look at this equation, it turns you into a zombie basically. But I found it a real cool read. I don't think they're spoilers. It's, like I said, if you can get your head around, there's a lot of characters dead, but you don't know how. You don't know how it happened. So you know what's happened, but you don't know how it's happened. So if you can sort of get into that mindset, yeah, I recommend you pick this book up to see. If you haven't read the first series like me, I recommend you pick it up, see if you like it, and then you can go back and, then you're not wasting a whole heap of money. You're only wasting a little bit if you don't like it. And you can trade the books back at various places as well. So you got less to worry about, I think, if you pick up the single issue rather than the graphic novel or the trade back, whatever you want to call them. So that is it for the video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit me with some feedback. I think the next review I'm going to do, which I haven't read these yet, is going to be The Amazing Mary Jane. I've only got the first 3 issues so far. I believe it's up to 5 issues at the moment. Have not read them yet, but I will read them. Or comment and let me know if you want me to do the new series of Ghost Rider, if you want me to review that before Mary Jane, or if you want me to do The Amazing Mary Jane before Ghost Rider. Just let me know if you want me to do one or the other. And yeah, I want to review them both, but if you want them done in a certain order, let me know and I will get one done before the other. So I have read Ghost Rider, so I am more up to date with what's happening there. Mary Jane, I have not looked at yet. I just, I saw the issues were all there from number 1, so I just decided to pick it up, and we'll talk about them more in the next videos. So thanks for that, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video. See you later.